Good afternoon. I'm I'm Bhaskar Choudhury. I'm a veterinarian by profession. So my presentation is about the large carnivores when they get into conflict with people. Their presence, or when they are caught in situations where they need to be removed from the conflict site. We just wanted to see how the community reacts to these carnivores across some 19 years. And the success and failures of a team of veterinarians in capturing or the carnivores being killed in retaliation, whether the factors of ethnicity or their experience with the species plays a role here. So that's the basic some preliminary analysis we did. We work in the northeast corner of the country, and these are the study areas. The entire work is based out of this rehabilitation facility we have in Kaziranga Tiger Reserve. We are a multi-species rehab facility, so large carnivore is one of them. We have protocols for the large carnivore handling. I mean, they use the term stray, but I know animals don't stray. They have a purpose to visit. So as a protocol, I think capture and relocation from a conflict site for a carnivore, or for that matter, any animal, is the last resort. But at certain point of time, due to the circumstances prevailing in the situation, we have to do that. And so it's basically when you detect, and then you are asked to capture by the community. There's negative experience of the community towards the species, or the situation is such that there are repeated livestock loss, or loss of people's lives, or injuries. And then finally, either you release them or keep in captivity. And sometime, if the opportunity is there, we give them safe passes to get out of the conflict situation if the conflict situation area is close to a protected area, natural forest. So we attended some 17 cases of tigers, and we analyzed a few basic parameters. So 41% of the cases were in indigenous community villages. When we say indigenous community villages, they were there for at least 4 generations or more. And 59 of them were in areas which have been settled later because of many reasons. 70% of these successfully captured animals, and then subsequent release, they are recorded in these many percentages of the areas. When we capture a large carnivore at large, the community's support is the most critical. Otherwise, both the animals and the community's lives are in danger. So that's why what we can see here is that not much of a basic difference of community perception in those cases. But when we see the cases of retaliation, we can see that all are within areas which are inhabited by migrants or newly settled areas, probably because of lack of experience of the species. When we look at the 134 cases of leopards that we had to capture and relocate for last 17 years, we see that largely we have been successful, but in 20% cases we were unsuccessful. 15% cases were unsuccessful, but there's no special demarcation of ethnicity or ecological attributes attributing to the deaths of the leopards. So that's the situation. We have a confused leopard up on a tree in a village. He is terribly confused, and the people on the ground are terribly confused as well. So perceived threat is equally important as the real threat in response, the response that we got from the community. And the crowd behavior is the only thing that can dictate survival or retaliation of any large carnivore. These are some examples. And in some cases where even one immature individuals can endanger the life of people and also the animal. Here it's a case of a tiger, you can see. The tiger is at large somewhere, chased by So this individual is never a part of the team. He is a policeman with an AK-47 rifle. He belongs to the village. He wanted to be a hero. He mobilized the mob that I'll take care of the tiger, don't worry. And that's what it happens. The life of the people and the life of himself and the tiger, all endangered by one single individuals. Let me finish with one slide. This is in 2016. A tiger has been predating on livestock in one of the villages here near a forest area. After repeated predation and there was no effort of, we couldn't capture this female tigress. She was killed by retaliation, putting poison. We were really unhappy. But in 2018, exactly the same villages, there was another tigress, adult tigress. She came, and we took an opportunity of getting involved these student leaders who can, get attention of the entire community. And the student organizations, they played with the pride of the community towards the species. And you can see the result, even if she was there for more than 300 days with such a lot of economic loss to the people. The people, existed with the tigress. We finally captured it in April. So probably these are the examples that, keep our hopes alive of coexisting with large carnivores in India. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhaskar, for keeping to time. Any questions for him?
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. I would like to know what other, programs apart from, what you do to the community to make sure they are protected and when they are aware of dangers of such, dangers caused by these tigers.
Can you please repeat? I didn't get it, sorry.
Okay. I'm saying, do you have any educational programs to the community or awareness programs?
Yeah.
To protect the lives of the...
Yeah, I got your concept. I got your question. Thank you. So we have those, the primary response teams and the secondary response team or rapid response teams are now in place. So the primary response teams are those members from the village who are the primary, response people whenever there is a presence or detection of a large carnivore is there in a village. So they are the prime people of contact in a village where carnivores, are detected or where livestock and people are damaged. So that is the method that we are following for throughout the country. There's a protocol been, put up by the government to create primary response teams in each of those hotspots where large carnivore human conflict are very, predominant. Does that answer your question?
Any other questions? Yeah.
I'm just curious, if you relocate these animals, do they come back?
That's a very good question. Actually, till about 2005-6, this is a management issue. So it's not the team who are capturing takes the decisions. The government is a part of it. Till 2004-5, rampant captures and relocations happened. Till Dr. Atreya and others published their papers on how actually the homing instinct of the leopards or tigers bring them back to their homes. So what now currently the government and we follow is that capture is the last resort. But even if you have to capture, especially a leopard or a tiger, you have to release it within 10 kilometers of the capture site. Now the problem is, if it is captured in a village, where do you release it? The release has to be in a natural forest area nearby. But in cases of Indian tiger, it has been made mandatory that you put a radio collar to monitor it. You can't just capture and release it somewhere. So that's been implemented now. Having said that, not that 100% of the animals that are captured and released are monitored well, but there is an effort to keep a track of record.